This broadcast is presented to you by Mayo Clinic, the #1 hospital in the world.
Is the Sheikh Zayed field. And so if you haven't done already, please go and grab yourself a ticket for this magnificent opportunity to win a car. 100 dirhams a ticket, 1,000 tickets available. You may buy multiple tickets, and the draw will be done at 8:45 this evening. On presentation of a valid Emirates ID. And that, of course, is because we have a very full-packed day here today with this match here. And following this, we'll have the awards ceremony, then a live concert by Not So Human. And the last call for the raffle, then the raffle at 8:45 and at 9 o'clock, the event conclusion. However, the night doesn't just end here. The guests are welcome to stay until 10 p.m. where we invite you to join us in the after party in the VIP lounge. And you see on shot there His Excellency Salah Al Ghaziri with Saib bin Drai, who is there just chatting away. And you go on screen live here now with Ali Almiri playing at #1 there for Ghantoot, just warming up on the field. So about to get this game underway. The players starting to assemble up towards the goal mouths, and then they'll come into the middle of the field where we'll have the national anthem of the United Arab Emirates. Then we'll have the presentation of the actual team players. We do have a substitution here. Mohammed bin Drai regrettably was injured and unable to continue playing there for Ghantoot. He was injured the other day in the semi-finals, and he'll be replaced here this afternoon by Balthazar Haurici. We wish Mohammed a speedy recovery. And there we are in the main gallery there with Saib bin Drai on the left. It's Al Ghaziri, His Highnesses, His Excellency, of course, Hanouf. And there we have for the teamwork, we have the Ancora Lamar team, having played 4 matches, won 4 matches, goals for 32, goals against 23. And of course for Ghantoot, 4-4, 29-4, and 21 goals against. You see the team members there. Standing proud for Ancora Lamar, of course, it is going to be Khalid Omran playing at #1. We just see the great view here from the grandstand, from Polo line, of course. 300 hectares here at Ghantoot. magnificent facility for all equestrian sports. And there you see Pablo just mounting up. Playing there with Kako Raja in the high goal up at Al Abtor. I've been played there yesterday and they'll be back again during this week. We have games up there on Tuesday and then Friday and Saturday again. So the team's just saying good afternoon to each other. Playing at number 2, of course, there for Ghantoot is Balthazar in the purple helmet, and just saying hi there to Khalid Al Omran. And in shot there, so magnificent drone view there with the main road behind, going down into Abu Dhabi from Dubai. And our social media, of course, ladies and gentlemen, please tune in for all Polo, to the best Polo website globally in the world. We have Instagram, Polo Line OK, Facebook, Polo Line Int. Jump onto Facebook, drop us a message, leave a comment, tell us where you're viewing from. We'll try to give you a shout out. And of course, on YouTube, it is at Polo Line TV. If you haven't done so already, please download the app, Polo Line TV. Keep you up to date with everything Polo throughout the world, interviews, present games, live games, and also past games to watch as well. And they're just putting the finishing touches on warming up. There is Pablo Llorente. So we have one of the Abu Dhabi police force at the end. One of the umpires will go up to each end of the field as the teams will assemble, and then will be led in by these cars from Southwest, and then we'll get this final underway. And some people enjoying a wonderful day here, of course, as always at Ghantoot. It's a full family day with this magnificent kids and family zone, which is proudly sponsored by Keza Group. Phenomenally large kids zone indeed, with the food trucks down there, but the Keza Group being part of the Abu Dhabi Ports Group, and keeping this in line, of course, with the UAE Year of the Family. So we'll hopefully get these two teams sorted out here now. Pablo at the scoreboard end there, which I think Ghantoot will be coming down from. And we'll go up to some of the names of our sponsors and a good drone shot of a few of the people here. So our two teams just getting themselves sorted out here now, and we'll start to get them underway momentarily as they're assembling up there by the goal mouths. And then we'll bring the two cars in, leading these two teams in, and we'll get this underway. So, ladies and gentlemen, just waiting for the cars to bring the teams in, and it looks like they're about to get going here now. Two teams will come in to the middle of the field. So the umpires are already up there. So it looks like Peter Wright's coming in there with Ancora. And the Prof Hyde coming in with Ghantoot. So it looks like the two teams are going to start progressing forward here now. Now the driver's in the car. And we can get this one underway here now. This long-awaited full final of the Emirates International Polo Championship here at Ghantoot. There you have the Ghantoot team, but now back over to Ancora. So the two teams just coming in here now. Slowly up the field, being brought in by one of the two horses from the Abu Dhabi Police, giving us a nice little display of riding earlier for those here live in Ghantoot. A good view there for our Polo Line viewers from the drone. So this long awaited for final, both of these teams, both home teams, but Ghantoot of course being the home team as such, but Ancora Lamara also stabled here as well. So you see our two umpires will come to the middle and line the two teams up in front of us here now. So, ladies and gentlemen, our two teams are assembled here now. And if you could please be upstanding for the national anthem of the United Arab Emirates. So thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Now I'd like to introduce the two teams and ask them to come forward. And of course, for Ghantoot, playing at number 1, it is your very own Ali Almiri. Playing at number 2, substituting in, it is Balthazar Haurechi. And at 3, it is Siru Uturi. Siru, very strong player indeed. Watch him, keep an eye on him. He's very athletic, very determined, and at the back door there to look after them and keep them all under control, it's the powerhouse himself, Pablo Llorente. And for Ancora Lamar, playing at number 1 from Saudi, it is Khalid Al Omran. Playing at number 2, it is Santos Iriarty. And at 3 in the yellow helmet is Jose Rigos. And in the back door, it is El Papa. It's Tommy Iriarty. And so, ladies and gentlemen, you see some of the Ghantoot players have quickly gone to change ponies. They were looking for something nice and quiet for the presentation itself. And our umpires out on the field are the Prof. Chris Hyde and Peter Wright. So the 2 cars will leave the field here now, as will the Abu Dhabi Mounted Police. Thank you very much indeed, gentlemen. And we will have the ceremonial throw in by His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Tanoon bin Mohammed Al Nahyan. And His Excellency Sayyid bin Hufan, just Al Masri, just giving a quick instruction, having done this many times himself before. As, of course, he is the Vice Chairman of the Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club. So just a further introduction in Arabic there. Just waiting for a couple of these players from Ancora Lamar to come back to the middle of the field, where we'll have the ceremonial throw-in. And following this, we'll have the throw-in for real. And of course, we'd like to thank once again Sheikh Khalifa bin Tanoon bin Mohammed Al Nahyan. So that, of course, will be Sheikh Khalifa bin Tanoon bin Mohammed bin Zayed, the founder of the United Arab Emirates. And so the 2 teams lining up here now. And so the ball rolled into play there nicely. Now the whistle just quickly blown for the umpires to pick up the ball, and thank you very much indeed, shukran jazeelan, to Sheikh Khalifa bin Tanoon bin Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. Try and get this match underway for good here now. And they'll go to the far side of the field, over towards the livery stables, for the ball to be thrown in. Throwing the ball in for the first 2 chuckers there, then reverting back over here to the grandstand side for the last 2 chuckers. So 4 chuckers polo here to play, ladies and gentlemen. They played 4 matches, both of these teams. They've both come up with 4 wins. So 8 teams in this tournament. So the 2 teams lining up there on the far side. For umpire Wright to throw this ball in. They're just doing the quick which way they're going to be going. How many fingers do I have? 2 it is. Did they win? Who won that one there? And it looks like, by the way they're moving here now, we are going to have Lamar. Ancora Lamar. Ancora, of course, being Khalid Omran. Lamar, essentially Lamar being Ryan Alajaji, and the ball into play here now, off the back of the line out, picks that one up there quickly there, does Llorente on the loose, looking for the first blood here, Llorente, Hiriarty coming back to put the pressure on, and the pressure's on, but he's pushed him wide. It's out over the back line it goes. So good pressure there by Hiriarty, lovely quick play off the back of the line by Llorente. And here we have it. You can just see on the scoreboard there's actually half a goal start to Ghantoot. There's a goal difference in the total handicaps, which gives half a goal start it is there for Ghantoot. So there'll be no extra chukker. 4 chukkers of Polo will be played, and it's brought in off the back line here now by Tommy Hiriarty. Tommy goes underneath the deck, a nice acute angle there for Riglos to get onto. Riglos checks up, comes back inside there of his marker, drives this one up forward, looking there for Santos Hiriarty, letting the ball do the work. Good passing play between these two. He just checks it down because he's just being shadowed well there by Turi. Sends the backhand, nice little flick pass there, gets it up there to Riglos. Riglos avoids the hook from Llorente. Riglos coming forward, Riglos going forward up to the play here now. Riglos, one more tap will do. Can he get hooked? Will it travel? It looks like it's travelled, but did it go wide? It got kicked by Pony, and out over the back line it is. So close, but so far, and the ball's over the back line. Pony kicking it wide. So the ball's placed on the back line here now. Pablo Llorente to bring into play. Llorente taps it forward here now. Few players darting from one way to the other, goes under the net, gives it out here to Siru. Siru looking to pick it up here. Riglos just keeping an eye on him there. It doesn't quite go as far as you would like. It's picked up there by Hiriarty. That's Santos Hiriarty to a little backhand out there for Riglos, but covered it well. Did Pablo, but he comes in with a backhand. Didn't go as far as he wants to. Santos being a little optimistic, chancing his arm in this first chukker, tries to go across the line, directly in front of Siru, and gets picked up there by the umpire. And so we have the first penalty of the game. You can see on our replay for our Polo Line viewers. Going forward up onto it. The backhand comes by Pablo. Trying to get back over to this one here with Santos, but very quick thinking by Oturi. And he gets himself on the line, claiming it. And there we have a penalty to be brought into play here now by Pablo Llorente. Pablo sends it out wide. Out towards the far side of the field from the grandstand, and is now picked up here by Siru. Shuts that Pony down. Pablo goes on the run forward, looking for this long hit, which Oturi has, and sends it forward. Can it get up there now for Balthazar? But he's been well marked in the play there by Riglos, but he just loses sight of it as Riglos, and as Balthazar comes up with the play once again. Balthazar heading forward once more, Pony dropping its head and going for it, tries to get this one through the traffic and in through the goals. But there's a lot of traffic in front of him as players are in there. Were they impeding the right of way? Let us see what the umpires decide. See on our replay from Polo Line viewers, he's coming forward. Here's Aurici, keeps his ball moving forward. And it looks like they're going to have to retire back behind their line. And Lamar. And the ball's being brought back here now for a penalty to a 30-yard undefended penalty for Ghantoot. And Pablo Llorente looking to open up the account here now for Ghantoot. Up to it nicely, Llorente comes in, taps it, it's undefended, and through the goal it is. A nice goal there. 1 goal it is for Pablo Llorente, taking Ghantoot 1.5 goals. Ghantoot wanting to jump on Ancora Lamar as quickly as possible. See a nice replay for Polo Line. Because they know Ancora will always keep coming back. So the two teams line up once more. And we get a whistle on the play. Just wanting a little bit of order in this line out. So the ball can truthfully get in, get out. Flicked up in the air there by Riglos. Riglos gets back onto his own play here now. Riglos coming forward. Llorente being kept off out of that one there by Hiriarty's. Hiriarty's half pushed back into the play. Riglos showing his wares here now. Goes stick side, goes near side. But going back onto it is Siru. Siru sends a backhand. The backhand trying to get onto it first will be Santos Hiriarty. Santos being pursued there by Ali Omiri. Comes back inside, picks up the play, beats 2 men. He's got Balthazar out there in front of him, takes him on, reckons he's got the pony, comes in onto it, checks up, keeps control of that play well there to Santos Hiriarty. A great hope for the future, he reckons he's impeded. The ball flicks out here now, but it's a beautiful play. Jumping on it quickly there was Riglos. Answering the goal there does Riglos. You can see on a replay for our Polo Line viewers, it was Santos Iriarte taking it forward. He thought he had just been impeded by the ball coming off the pony, but the ball flicks in towards the middle of the field, creating a new line. Nothing Suru could have done about that one there, as it is Riglos pounces on it in the yellow helmet, and through the goal it goes. As we're playing half chukkers here, we're already about halfway through this first chukker. 1.5 goals is to Ghantoot, 1 to Ancora. And we'll just have a minute break here whilst the players quickly change. And you can see there Halil Omran just hopping from one to the other quite nicely. As Ghantoot are already mounted up and back out onto the field. Let's hope that Lamar can be as quick. So quickly back onto the field are Ghantoot. You see there Tommy Iriarte just coming back onto the field. Sorting his reins out, no doubt have to sort his stirrups out too. A little tick with Polo players. We'll get this underway again to get chukker number 1. 1.5 goals it is to Ghantoot. 1 for Ancora Lamar. So Iriarte joins his team, gets himself onside. Good drone shot there, and the ball gets bowled back into play. Into play it is. Coming forward with it here again, it's going to be Llorente. Llorente peels off the back here now at pace, checks up. He's got Riglos there with him, looks up, goes for the long one, couldn't quite pick it up, but it's now picked up on the near side by Santos Iriarte. Lets Siruturi come into him, but Siru gets a bit of the ride off him, steals it away on the near side here. He's going to check up and try to make the turning play in front of Iriarte. Does so, gets away with it, and coming forward here is Llorente coming through the traffic, and he goes for the next shot, gets half hooked off at it by Riglos, who collects up the spoils and clears it away from the danger zone. Looking at the pony to run here now, but going back with him well is Llorente. Llorente gets the better of the man, goes man, line, ball, near side, backhand, out towards the boards on the far side, trying to get that one up for Uturu. Uturu fighting there with Iriarte, couldn't get hold of the ball, but coming onto it is Riglos, as does Almir, and we get a whistle on that play. Riglos didn't really manage to pick that ball up, but as he did, he was just coming across. Let's see if we can see on this replay here. Coming up onto it, and he just goes in, and he's just not being positive with that play, so we end up with another penalty in favour of Ghantoot. We've had a field goal from Ancora Lamar. 1 penalty so far for Ghantoot, but now we have a penalty for a 60-yard penalty. As after all, the team that's fouled will be put in a position they would have been if not fouled, and they deem now that it would only have gone up to about this position, so it is Pablo Llorente to come up for the 60-yard penalty. Pablo circling round. This lovely little bay pony. See if he can keep that rhythm coming up to the play. Pablo. Drive shoots, it's looking good from here, but it looks like this drifted out to the right-hand side. Plenty on it, out of reach, but out to the right it goes. You can see this wonderful drone shot here now. And the ball's on the back line. And brought in here by Tommy Iriarte for Ancora Lamar. Sends that one long. Looking here now for Riglos. It goes up past the players, gets away there. Ali Almiri got caught napping. He's on an absolute flyer here is Riglos. Riglos on the move. He's gone away there from Llorente. A lovely approach shot. Waits for the bouncer. Taps it once, taps it twice. Visions of his old man. Put it away beautifully there. Does Jose Riglos. 2 goals it is now for Ancora Lamar. 1.5 for Ghantoot. A great goal there by Riglos. So back to the middle of the field it is. Nice work there. Good running Polo on an absolute flyer Riglos. Some of these great horses from Khalid and Ryan. So once again, just looking for a bit of order in these line-outs. They're saying enough is enough. If you keep going across, you will get penalised. There's a gap. Let's get it in. Let's get it out. Open the game up. The first onto it. Iriarty goes with the backhand. Gets that one away. Up to his son there. For Santos Iriarty. Picks it up. Looks to go forward here now. Being hassled by Siru. So he turns away from him. But he's left that one behind. And Siru tries to pick it up. Couldn't quite do so as he tries to come back for it. Tommy's there on the line. And you can just see from the gazing to the heavens. Does Siru realising he just got caught out on that play. With the father and son double. You can just see on our replay for our Polo Line viewers, Santos was looking to turn away, left it behind, and then it was left again behind by Siru, but Siru just lost sight of it, and it's Iriarty to bring it back into play here now. Drives this ball up forward, once again looking there for Riglos, and we get another whistle on the play. Llorente's going, but what? So Siru, it's like, guys, come on, maybe you're in the way, maybe they're impeding the right of way of the player coming up the line. And as you see, umpire right, just using his pick-up stick just to show that. Comes forward up onto it, and you've just unfortunately got Llorente dancing over the actual line of the ball a little bit, and so we end up now here with the first short penalty for Ancora Lamar being teed up there by Riglos. Some very good penalty takers in this team actually. But Riglos to take them here now. Riglos for the penalty 2, undefended penalty, and through the goals it goes there for Jose Riglos. Picked up the line, picked up the foul, and converts it from the penalty spot from 30 yards of penalty 2. Taking it now, 3 goals it is for Ancora Lamar, 1.5 Ghantoot. So back to the middle of the field it is, but for our Polo Line viewers, we get a nice drone shot here. Just pops that one beautifully straight through the goals. So, right, bowls that ball into play. Into play it is, off the back of the line. Looking to pick this one up here now is going to be Santos. Santos looking to get away there from Haureche. Going back in, Baltazar looking for a little bit more. Who's got the pony? And it is going to be Iriarty. Comes across to the man. Goes back to the ball once again. Looks for the little swoop shot underneath the neck. And underneath the neck he goes with it. But it's wide. It's wide. He was out. He was alone. He was free. He put it wide. And there goes the hooter, ladies and gentlemen. So that there will end chukker number 1, with the score being 3 goals to Ancora Lamar, 1.5 for Ghantoot. It could have been 4. And so, ladies and gentlemen, for our Polo Line viewers, we'll go to a few adverts and messages before we come back for chukker number 2.
Welcome to the prestigious Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club, where world-class training meets unmatched passion for horses. Join our new horse training classes and learn from the best. Be a part of our legacy of excellence.
So welcome back here now to our Polo Line viewers. We just see the players coming back out in the field to get chukker number 2 underway. 3 to 1.5 is the score. And the ball's on the back line for that unfortunately missed goal there by Ancora. When you just see there you have Siraturi just having a quick little look down at Pony there to make sure all is okay and his bandages and boots are all good. A bit of protection there for the horse's legs. And it'll be Pablo Llorente who's just coming back onto the field here now to bring it back in for Ghantoot. Having to come the long way, of course. So Pablo ambling back here now to behind his line. So Pablo Llorente to bring it in here now for Ghantoot. Brings the tap ball forward. Here it does. Llorente goes one way, goes the other way, but Edouard just disappeared off in the other direction out towards the side, but try first back onto this one will be Riglos. He's been pursued there by Baltazar, but he just checks up, turns, looks to come back inside. Oh, show and go. Dummies to turn back inside and then flings that ball up forward here now. Looking for Santos Iriarte, but covering the middle of the field well there is Llorente. Llorente near side backhand, clears it out. Getting onto that one next though. Picking it up beautifully there. It is Riglos, comes in with the challenge. There does Llorente, and oh, they're looking for a foul. Did they get it or not? The ball ends up going wide. The Ancora players are convinced that Llorente came from one side of the line to the other, but the umpire's whistle is silent, so the ball's placed once again here now on the back line for Pablo Llorente. Llorente taps the ball up forward here now. Once again, keeps it going forward. Oh, he thought about going underneath the neck, but decides to go by himself. Off he goes. He thought he caught Santos Iriarte on the nap slightly. Ball just nestles into the board, so he just has to shut down, pull this out here. And Santos will just have to yield off in a moment. Lovely view there from the drone. Coming up onto it once more. Just smothering him there is Santos. He's not really shoulder to shoulder. He's a little bit in front. We get a whistle on the play. Umpire right, just explain that to Santos. Blocking, you're not riding off. He's in the way initially, goes forward, comes up onto it, and he's in front of the player. And so this ball has been moved up forward here now for a penalty in favour of Ghantoot from the 60-yard line. A penalty for. Got to keep it clean. So the ball sits there. Just pulling it back from the 60-yard line himself. Finds a nice bit of turf there, hopefully, or something to tee that ball up on a little bit. Here's Pablo Llorente. Pablo. Takes a nice long run up here. Defending players. Must be 40 yards back from the ball for a penalty for. Once again for safety. Llorente comes up in a very controlled canter. He strikes it well. Then it's straight through the goals it is. Putting the second goal on the board there for Ghantoot. Making their score. 2.5 goals it is for Ghantoot. And it's 3 goals for Ancora. And you can see on our replay for our Polo Line viewers. Just comes up straight, that one as straight as a die, slight curl on it, but that was straight plumb through the middle of the goals. And so the ball back into the middle of the field, out the back of the line, out it comes. Pablo comes onto it. It's Riglos. He's putting that pressure onto him here now and picks it up here. There does Riglos, trying to get onto his Sirubi. It's left here for Baltazar. He flicks this one up here now. There for Siraturi. Aturi coming forward through the play. Aturi just loses sight of it, tries to get back onto it there in front of Riglos, goes underneath the neck, but it's cleared away from the teeth of goal by Tommy Iriarte. Iriarte on the play once again. Tommy out towards the ball she goes, down there by the Ancora camp, and he yields off it and leaves it for Santos Iriarte. Santos tries to send this one forward, but trays that into the pony. Nothing comes from it. It's been marked there by Llorente. Can't get back onto the ball, so Llorente just has to yield off him and allow him have that next player. No, it is going to be Santos Iriarte coming away for the man here now. Avoids that hook, looks to pick up the play, couldn't do so, left for Tommy. Tommy sends that one up forward once again. He finds Riglos. Riglos on the move here now. Oh, and he couldn't get that ball coming forward, but it's stopped there by Santos. Pulls that ball down out of the air and sets sail back towards the goal again. You've got Baltazar in there behind. He's trying to weave his way through the traffic. They're all over the top of this one here, trying to pick it up on the near side is Iriarte. In comes Ali Amiri, try and get it, but Baltazar clears it away. But it's only as far as Riglos, but we get a whistle on the play. Riglos thought he was fine to come in there on his stick side. Maybe he only had a near side play. The umpire's just going to have a quick chat about this one. Let's see what they decide. Maybe you can see on the review here from Polo Line. So the umpire's just having a chat about that one there. Ghantoot's convinced it's in their favour, and they've walked up to the halfway line. So let's see what the umpires decide. Going back to the third man for a review to see if there was a foul previous to that. So just discussing it with the third man here to see if the Ghantoot player was going forward enough onto that line, or if there was enough distance and space there for Riglos to go and make the play. So a decision has been made there, with the concurrent there having conferred with the third man. The umpire just explaining that there is no foul to be given. I believe that Balthasar didn't really come out with enough momentum, allowing Riglos in. So the two teams will line up from the inside out, and the ball gets bowled into play. Into play it is, out the back of the line out. Coming away with it here now is Llorente. Llorente up on the move here. Llorente, the far side of the field, going down. He knows he's got Santos coming back to him, as is Riglos. Looks over his shoulder to see who's the next man behind, to see if he can leave it. Leave it he does here for Uturi. Uturi up onto that play there, just gives that ball a nice lofted ride up over the top, placing it down the green, looking for Balthasar, but he's being controlled and taken out of it by Iriarty. Next play onto it here, looks for the near side play, working hard on it, trying to get into it, the two patrons, but coming away from that one there is Riglos, but we definitely get a whistle on that one there. Oh, just getting a little discombobulated, a bit of confusion there, down in that goal mouth. What's scrambling to score and scrambling to defend. And let's see on our replay here now. Goes to the near side, there's Pablo coming in onto this one here, and then the final play, makes the turn, does Riglos directly in front of the Ghantoot player. There's a view of Tommy Iriarty. And so the umpire's just discussing this one here now, and they just want to know if they'll be giving a penalty one or not. But we have an injured player as the ambulance comes down to them. It looks like he came out over the goal, through the goals, did Llorente, and slipped and came down. But he's just indicated to the ambulance, it's all right, I am okay. Had just about enough time to recover. And so the ambulance just double checking. So it looks like we have Llorente just mounting back up again. And whilst they're down that end, it looks like Turi's also going to change. So let's see what the umpires decide here. We had Riglos coming to clear that one away, and the ball's been dropped down. No penalty one, but they're going to give a spot penalty here now. Not a dangerous foul as such, it was just a foul, and therefore we have a penalty two in favour of Ghantoot, looking to get out into the lead due to their handicap from the spot penalty. So walking up to there, it is Llorente, and Llorente puts it away, flags aloft, so it's 3.5 goals it is here at Ghantoot. 3.5 goals for Ghantoot, 3 goals for Ancora Lamar. So we're nearly halfway through this chukker. It looks like the umpires have called and given the players the opportunity to have a free change. So we'll have a minute before they're back out again for the roll-in on the far side as the lights come on here at Ghantoot. So, all a little bit of desperate stuff there at that bottom end that resulted in the penalty two. Riglos went in to try and give that ball a turn. Might have had another option, but that's the option he chose. gave the opportunity for Ghantoot to put their third goal on the board. So two teams going back to the middle of the field here now to get this underway once again. A lovely drone view there, or what should we say? And now they're in the Ghantoot camp. Looks like Fayyad in there and a few of the others. The Abu Dhabi camp looking a little bit empty at the moment. And so the two teams lining up here now back to the middle of the field, looking to get this underway. Lining up again. And Kora looking to go back to Dubai. Up on this ball here. Almiri's looking for it. So there is Llorente. Llorente looks to try and pick it up. No, sorry, it's Suru. Suru comes away with the play here now. Suru goes on to his near side. Going back within there is Riglos. Riglos goes in. Goes with the cute tail backhand. Underneath the tail it goes. Looking for Iriarty. Iriarty thought he was impeded there. But it's nicely picked up here. Quick stumble and a peck there by Llorente as the ball gets sent back. But it comes off the pony and looking to try and pick this one up here now. It looks like it's Balthazar has just caught the ball or something there. Let's see what we can get on the replay here now. You see just Llorente going back for it. Ball comes back and he hits his own player. I think it might have been straight onto his right hand. So the ambulance is needed once again. Oh, it's that dreaded right hand. The mallet hand. So hopefully you won't have too much of a delay here. A Polo ball is about 180 grams, 185 grams of expanded plastic. And when hit hard, it can travel at 160 kilometers an hour. So that will tell everybody that certainly hurts. Oh no, he didn't get it in the arm, he got it straight in the guts. And there's not a lot of flesh on him to absorb that, and that's rest assured. So out comes the magic spray. And so there's a view of some of our VIP spectators here. Just looking on concernedly. Rolls back up to his feet again. Made of tough stuff, but gotta love that magic spray. That looks like a little bit more magic spray or something will come. No, just gives him a quick drink of water. And so back on board again. Well done there to Balthazar. Maurici substituting in here for Mohammed bin Drai, who got injured the other day. And so the ambulance leaves the field at haste and we'll get this underway, and it looks like we'll be rolling in the ball from the inside out and umpire right. So two teams looking to line up here, get this underway. There it is, it's in the line out, comes out, looks to try and pick that one up, does Khalil Omran. Khalil goes forward with it here now, cancelling each other out to the next pair. No, Balthazar manages to pick it up, but it's stolen away there from Riglos, but he's stolen back here by Balthazar once again, and he fishes that ball out forward, looking there for Almiri. Almiri, you can't let him go, out front he goes, going back with him there on his near side, back to his stick side, but next onto it there was Iriarty, but catching him napping was Llorente, and Llorente came in on the near side to steal it away, but just couldn't get the accuracy that he was looking for, and it goes wide, out over the back line. So the ball's placed down here now. 3-3.5 is the score here in chukker number 2, and Iriarty for Ancora Lamar bring it back in. Goes with a long one here now. It's high, it's lofted. It looks like that's going to come down the middle of the field, and it's picked up here well by Llorente, and Llorente just leaves it behind, and the players are turning onto that, and we get a whistle on the play. Let's have a look on our replay. Tommy sends that one up forward. It comes down. He picks it up. There's players coming in for all directions. The whistle blows, and the faces of the players is what? And so a ball's dropped down here now for a spot penalty in favour of Ancora Lamar, and Tommy Iriarty to bring it into play. Tommy taps it up forward. Riglos has gone on the run once again. He sends that one out, looking for the danger man, Riglos. Riglos looking to get away there from his man, does so, but he checks up. He's a long way wide. Instead of going with the next shot, he decides to check up and bring it forward. He's got Santos Iriarte coming back with him. Santos will play forward and leaves it now for Riglos to come forward once again. He knows he's got to get past Uturi and Llorente. Uturi reaches out a long way, gets the backhand. First back onto this one here will be Santos as Tommy goes in to clear the way for him to turn back inside once again. There, and he's just lost sight of that one slightly, and Balthazar's working hard to try and pick it up. He flicks that forward, but next onto it is going to be Iriarte. Picks up the man, takes the ball onto his near side and turns it back in forward once again. So he has to be careful there on that one, but manages to pick up the play. He's left the ball behind. Iriarte manages to get it away. That's Tommy. Tommy comes forward, up towards the goal. Tommy Iriarte looking to run this one, wants to stay behind the players. In comes Uturu, looking to clear it here now. Backhand comes in, but as he does, they find themselves across the line, desperately trying to defend that goal. And wide it is. No, through the goal it goes. And we get a whistle either way. So let's see what the umpire decides. Might be a little chat with Uturu as well. So ball comes up forward here now. Oh, and we've got a little bit of chit-chat going on as well. Oh, and a little bit of emotion running over there from Siru Uturu. And so this has been brought up here now for a midfield penalty. With the score being 4 goals is Tankora, 3.5 to Ghantoot. And we're starting with a penalty after the penalty one. So, the ball being teed up there by Tommy Iriarte. 1:17 on our clock left to play. Here in chukker number 2. For the penalty 5B, a midfield penalty. For Tommy Iriarte. Tommy taps it up forward. In behind comes Riglos. Leaves it for Riglos here now. Goes up forward, there's Iriarte. Iriarte looking for it. Iriarte picks this up here now. Just looks up to see who's out there in front and gives it the flick in towards the goal. And through the goal it goes there. Beautifully worked goal there by Ancora. With Iriarte bringing it forward. Then it was Riglos who flicks that one up. Beautifully weighted pass up there for Iriarte, who just pops that one straight over the top. And we can just see on our replay, nice weighted passes, pinpoint accuracy, and through the goal it is. So goal number 5 on the board therefore, and Cora Lamar. 2 teams line up once again. Out the line out it comes, looking to get onto it with Santos, but he's just beaten in that play. The first 2 to go is Llorente. He's left it behind, can't get onto it. Ituri sends that one up forward, goes under the neck with this one here. Now can't see it there, can Riglos, but it's quick enough there for Pablo to get onto, but he's gone over the back line, unfortunately. So, ladies and gentlemen, that there will end chukker number 2, with the score being 5 goals. It is to Ancora Estancia Lamar. 3.5 for Ghantoot. So, ladies and gentlemen, you see the lovely grandstand there for our Polo Line viewers. We'll now go to a few messages and adverts for our Polo Line viewers before we come back for chukker number 3.
We come back from the halftime break with the innovative play of the match. Mayo Clinic breakthrough moments.
Well, Juan Cruz was a little slow getting going there, and Riglos has nipped in and once again stolen the ball back here for Ancora. Good skills by Riglos around the corner at pace. And showing his class here is Jose Riglos, and he's still going. Can he find the goal shot? This looks very good to me. It's close. It's got to be close. Oh, what a goal that is. Extraordinary by Jose Riglos.
So welcome back here now to our Polo Line viewers. We're up there in the camp of Ghantoot, and you see Horechi is being mounted there by Mohammed bin Drai as he is substituting for him and part of that camp. And you can also see up for our Polo Line viewers, you've got Horechi in there, and now we whip down there to the Ancora team. That there's Santos Iriarte. Prior to that, it was Riglos. And back up now to the Ghantoot camp again with umpire the Prof. And helping out down there, of course, is Kaku, and there is Tommy Iriarte. Just having a chat with his teammates, Riglos and his son, Santos. Just out there cleaning their lenses, their glasses, their protective goggles. And so the two teams will start to get mounted up again now to get the last two chukkers of this, the finals, the grand finals of the Emirates International Polo Championship here at Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club in Abu Dhabi, the United Arab Emirates. This, of course, being the Sheikh Zayed field. Sheikh Zayed Al Nahyan, the founder there of the United Arab Emirates, for our Polo Line viewers. And still down in the camp there. Drinking the familiar yerba mate with Miguel Delia and family. And now back here for Ancora, for our Polo Line viewers. And for those here, of course, at Ghantoot, please don't miss the opportunity to get a car. It's 100 dirhams a ticket, only 1,000 tickets available, which gives you very high odds. The draw will be at 8:45 this evening. And you need to be present at the time of the draw with a valid Emirates ID. And then you can claim your prize, which will be a brand new Southwest S06. And so the umpire's just waiting here now, starting to whistle up the players and asking to get them back on board again. And there's Peter Wright and Lise Bernard online as Tommy just gets himself mounted up again. And so the players will come out onto the field here now to get this underway once again. So Santos just with a big grin on his face, just giving his water back there, or his electrolytes back to his sister. And so the two teams starting to come back out of the field here now. Looking to get the last two chukkers played here in the grand final. These teams, as I said before, both having played 4 matches, 4 wins with no losses to get themselves here to the grand final of this coveted trophy here at Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club. So if we can start to clear the field, please, so that the players can get this match back underway once again. So there you see on shot for our viewers, of course, Riglos and Iriarty Papa. And so the ball is placed on the back line there, and it will be Tommy Iriarty to bring this back into play here now for Ancora Estancia Lamar. So, underway we go here now. Tommy Iriarty brings this ball up forward here now. Up there to his marker in the form of Oturi. Sends it out there for Riglos. Riglos waits for it to come down, giving Oturi time to get back to him. Goes with the first time play and fishes that one up forward here now. It's out the front door. He was looking for Santos, but first up onto it will be Almiri. Almiri gets it. It gets deflected, but it's picked up here by Llorente. Llorente picks this up and looks to clear that way. Couldn't do so, so going to turn the other way. It's going to be Balthazar. Balthazar sends the backhand. Good play there by him to try and get it up to Oturi, but first onto it, looking to try and get onto it there is Khalil Omram, but we have a whistle on that play. Khalid and the first pair went through. Llorente thought that he had that line. Iriarty thought he had it. Let's see from our replay for our Polo line viewers. You see them coming up through onto it. No, maybe Llorente to get onto that line was crossing across the front of Iriarty. The umpires will have to pick this one to pieces, but no, they have made their decision. There was no doubt there whatsoever. And it is Riglos to tee this ball up. So Riglos just taking a little practice swing there as he comes up onto this one here now. He's quite a distance out, but I've seen him do it from this distance before. Riglos comes up to it. Goes for the big shot, drives that one in, up towards the goal as it goes. It's high, it's strong, but unfortunately he's pushed it across the face of goal with that much wood on it. Just went across the face of goal. Strokes that ball beautifully. It's all about the actual swing and momentum rather than actually the power, so it is going to be Llorente to bring it into play once again. Llorente, that's one way. Finds a bit of space for himself, then puts a straight ball out there for Suru to get onto, but he's well covered there with a good backhand coming from Riglos. But first back onto it here now will be Llorente in front of Iriarty. Reckons he's got something, but no, there's enough space and time there for him to go in onto that play, although he thought Llorente only had the near side, but brings it forward here now, does Llorente, sends it up forward. He's looking for Ali Almiri, but going back with him there, giving a good bump and a ride off. There's Iriarty, cuts this across the field here now, looking to get back onto it once again. Backhand comes in there by Almiri, but it's picked up forward here once again there by Iriarty, and we get a whistle on that play as Iriarty's on the ball. Uduri comes in over the top of it. And you see here on our replay, and so the ball's dropped down here once again for a penalty in favour of Ancora Estancia Lamar. And Iriarty teeing this one up here now. So let's see who's going to take it. And it looks like Iriarty's going to have a crack at this one. Maybe from the other side of the field they feel Riglos is stronger. On this side, Iriarty, but quick chat with the team, and it's going to be Iriarty to pick it up here now. Iriarty goes with it along ground, but it's stopped, and it's stopped well there by Llorente. He's got a very eagle eye, has Llorente, comes forward up onto it, and he just manipulates one a little bit there as Riglos comes across in front of him. He was trying to clear out the way, but still he comes across on the line. Let's have a look at this replay here. The ball comes up forward, and he just needs to clear out of the way a little bit quicker. And of course, Llorente just pointing out to the umpires in case they hadn't seen. And he's still having a chat. And the umpires go, not having a bar of that, sorry. And talking of bars, make yourself down to the market. There's some wonderful handmade bars of soap and a lot of other great products down there. So it is Llorente to pick up the play here now. Brings it in here for Ghantoot. Just dummies the big one, goes for a little tap. He's got Santos there with him. He just tops that one a little bit. Will it reach the man? And picked up and intercepted there by Riglos, but in doing so comes directly across in front of Jauretche, who's just quick as a flash, gets onto that line, claims it, and so therefore the ball will be dropped down where the infraction, the foul occurred. For another penalty in favour of Ghantoot. This is where polo starts to be played between your ears, not just running up and down the field on your horse. And so the ball goes up forward, and you see Jauretche in his maroon purple helmet or burgundy, whichever you want to call it. And it's once again Llorente. Comes up to this, gives this ball a ride, sends that one up the front door, looking for it to come down. It comes down, it's pulled out of the air there by Riglos, or was it pulled out by Haurechen? It looks like it's Riglos because the whistle goes. And we have a force, a corner, a penalty 6 in favour of Ghantoot. So effectively like soccer, it's a corner, and the ball will be dropped down from about whereabouts the ball went out of play, and no further than 40 yards to the centre of goal, as you see the two white lines on the field. On the 60-yard line for Llorente. So, Pablo Llorente. And a lovely evening shot there as the sun goes down, dropping down below the cloud. And so, up onto his here is Llorente. Llorente gets hold of that ball. It's just going to bounce and bobble and bounce and bobbles. It does. Almiri gets a touch of it, and it's now set out here, though, by Tommy Iriarty, clearing it away. He's not got any pressure on at the moment. Brings it up to the next man, then sends that one up over the top. He's looking for Santos. Santos goes forward, gets hooked off out of it. Next in there. Oh, and he couldn't quite pick that one up. Looking for something for Tori most optimistically, but in comes Tommy Iriarty. Tommy looks to bring this ball forward here now. In comes Almiri. He puts it underneath him. He rides over the top of him, but he placed that ball into him. Coming across the line there was Llorente. No, Otori. He's convinced the line of the ball had changed enough from the off the pony. Oh, let's see what the umpires decide. They might have to go to the third man. There's players coming down the line. So they're going to have a chat about it. It'll go to third man. We've seen the replay. They haven't yet. So let's see what the discussion is. He was clearly on the line, but had he come around the front of it to get onto it? I'm not quite sure. Let's see what they come back with the third man. Had he come around the front to get onto the line or not, had the Ghantoot player? So they have gone to the third man here. So let's see what it is. You've got two players coming down the old line. Llorente had come across it to get to it. But was there enough space and distance? And this is what the umpires will make the call on. It's all about space, distance and speed for the safety of horse and player. So the umpire's gone to the third man, now discussing it there with the two captains you see standing there together. And so, Riglos not a happy teddy bear with that, shaking his head. But the ball clearly came off Ali Almiri's pony, and it was enough to probably created a new line. But did Llorente come around the front of it? Were the two players coming down quickly enough? But it looks like we've got Ancora just retreating a bit here. And so it looks like a ball's being dropped here now for a free hit in favour of. It's a free hit, not a penalty, so he couldn't adjust it and tee it up for Ghantoot. 5-3.5 is the score in chukker number 3, and so 5 minutes left to play. Underneath the neck he goes with that one there for Ciro Oturi. Oturi up onto the play. Oturi leaves it now. Comes in with the challenge as Tommy nearly gets it, but back to it quickly there is Llorente. Llorente picks up the piece of his own man, just has to hop out the way quickly. And it is now going to be Llorente, a little show and go, looking to get away there from Tommy. Picks the ball, tries to pick the ball up at the top of the bounce. Next onto it is going to be Iriarty. Iriarty, dummies the backhand, gets it stolen away there from Oturi, but he sends a backhand. Oturi picks it up once again, trying to get onto it. Santos, he has no play, so he'll just have to yield off and go forward and look for the next play. Here is Siru. Siru coming forward here at pace. Pony drops his head and gets a move on, just gets half hooked off out of that one there. Looks to pick it up to Zalmiri, couldn't do so. Santos, stick side, underneath the net, clearing it away from the danger zone once again. Santos, Iriarty. Santos strains himself up. He's got players gone forward. There's calls coming. He tries to send that one up. He does. It goes a little wide out there for Khalid Omran. Gets away from the hooking play, but it looks like Zoturi sends a backhand. But it's met well there by Tommy Iriarty, who sends it forward once again. Riglos had come back in defence, and next onto it here once again will be the backhand. Nicely there by Llorente. Tried to get it up there to his teammate. Gets stopped there this time by Siru. Siru picks it up and takes it away from Santos. Santos picks it up on the near side. Siru gets a little tail underneath the back. It goes for Siru to pick it up. Sorry, that was Llorente's little backhand. Onto it here now. Comes Balthazar, pulled away from him there by Santos Iriarty, keeping his cool instead, just playing the backhand. Kept going up forward up onto this one here now. As it is Santos Iriarty going goalward bound. In comes Khalid Omran. Khalid Omran comes up onto that play. And it looks like it's gone wide. And so, ladies and gentlemen, the ball will be placed on the back line here now for Ghantoot to bring it back into play. However, it's halfway through the chukker, and we're looking for a free change here now, as Ghantoot and Ancora players will quickly go and change. With the score being 5 goals, it is to Ancora Lamar. 3.5 for Ghantoot, being very quiet of the goals in this chukker, cancelling each other out. Playing some good polo, both of these teams. And so we'll just have a minute break here whilst the players go to the respective ends and quickly change ponies before coming back out again once more. For this, of course, the Emirates International Polo Championship here in Abu Dhabi, in the United Arab Emirates, one of the coveted tournaments here at Ghantoot. And so whilst they're just having a quick break, I'd like to thank our sponsors once again, and partner here being the Abu Dhabi Sports Council, the Abu Dhabi National Hotels, Elite Car Group, of which Southwest Cars is, of which you can win one of those here, Al Awani Group, Kazad Group, and Kazad Group, of course, being part of Abu Dhabi Ports, and it's all in sponsoring the kids area, and a massive kids area it is, that's in line with the year of the family here in the UAE. And of course, we'd like to thank SKM and Train for their continued support here at Ghantoot for their tournaments. And so from the drone shot for our Polo Line viewers, they're just looking over the top there, taking a rather extended break. Should only be 1 minute, but it's also got Sirius still unmounted. But Ancora have got themselves mounted back up again. Ghantoot are going to have to come the long way, dragging out as much time as they seem to be possibly can, as the umpires have just blown the whistle and turned it forward, and people are having a wonderful evening here in Ghantoot. So the two teams coming back down to the non-scoreboard end, what you'd probably call the Dubai end of the field. And so Llorente just making his way down the long way, and it will be Llorente to bring this ball back into play once again. So the umpire's just checking everybody's all sorted, and Ziriarty just plays with his pedals. And so it is going to be Llorente to bring it into play. Llorente taps it one way, brings it up to his marker, the primary in the form of Santos, yields off it, leaves it under the neck. There goes Oturi out there for Llorente once again. He settles on it, gives his players time to get up forward, and he gives that ball a ride up the front door. He's looking for Almiri, but going back onto it well there is Khalid Omar. Almiri gets the ride off. He cuts in front of him, can't get on to the next play, but it looks like it is going to be Santos Iriarty to clear it away once again from the danger zone, out there from the teeth of goals. Backhand by Almiri, but it's now picked up here though by Khalid Omran. Khalid Omran turns it back forward, yields off and leaves it now for Riglos. Riglos being pursued by Haureche. Riglos keeps going forward. He knows he's got Llorente in front. He comes in between the players. Lovely stick work from the man. Just drops that mallet down onto it, and it's a horse race here now, but it's Llorente can get back to this one here first. Comes with the open backhand, gets hooked off out of it. Who's next onto it? He's looking for a teammate. Was Riglos, but it's going to be Haureche. Comes to get stopped though by Santos Iriarty. Santos for Ancora Lamar. Turns, comes, faces back up forward. Oturi's just going to have to yield off out of the way there on that one there. And he leaves the ball here now for Riglos. sends that ball up. Good advantage being played there by the umpire, and it looks like it's Santos Iriarte coming onto the players. Almiri just crosses in front. We get a whistle on the play. Just a little bit of a doubt, a bit of shadow of doubt. The thought process from Ali Almiri, should I go, shouldn't I go? And by the time he had thought about it, it was just a little bit too late. And found himself just competing the right of way there of Santos Iriarte. If you hesitate, you foul. And so the ball will be teed up here now for a 30-yard undefended penalty here now in favour of Ancora Lamar. To be taken here now by Riglos, and just drops the mallet down beautifully and through the goal it is, extending their lead. It's 6 goals it is now for Ancora Estancia Lamar over the 3.5 of Ghantoot. So you see Riglos comes in, just drops the mallet down beautifully there for our viewers on Polo Line, and now the teams will come in front of us here in the Sheikh Zayed stand to line up for the profitable ball interplay. Interplay is out the back of the lineup. Looking for that is Riglos, but it comes off the pony. It comes out here now for Llorente. Llorente takes it away, just helping, giving a little bit of space. There is Aurechi, but Riglos comes the other way as in comes Iriarte. Tommy Iriarte, that is, putting the pressure on. Tries to pick it up. Pony kicks it forward, and it gives Llorente fortuitous another chance. Couldn't get hold of it. The backhand comes in, though, by Tommy unleashing his son, Santos Iriarte. Santos up the field. He comes here now. In pursuit is Siru. Takes the man, comes wide, picks it up, looks to try and pick it up again. Can he keep it in play? Makes a little cut shot in towards the goal. It comes off the post and then goes wide. Oh, so close. You could see how close that was to the back line. It was just centimetres. And it just comes off the post and went wide and out over the back line with a spin. And so, a sigh of relief here for Ghantoot as it's Llorente, brings it in, brings it up there in front of Iriarte, looking for something out of it, but the umpires are not having the bar of it, and nonetheless goes Cyril out here now for Llorente. Llorente looks to pick this up on the near side, goes with a good strong reverse under the next shot, puts that one up forward, but the first back onto this one here, looks like it's going to be Riglos's. In comes Haureche to keep the pressure on him. He comes in, works hard. They've got their mallets hooked up, and the man who comes out with his Haureche, but he gets pushed off that one once again. Tommy comes in, pings that forward, and they're looking to pick it up here. The first two to goes, and now it's Khalil Omran to try and clear it away from the danger zone. Up onto this one here. Now we get a whistle on that play. So, ladies and gentlemen, that will end chukker number 3. So which side was the player on? Santos, he's looking to find that ball, stick side, near side, but as he crossed over, did he cross over? Let us see what the umpires decide. Maybe he crossed over and Haureche came straight up the line. So regardless, ladies and gentlemen, that there will end chukker number 3. It's getting tight, it's getting tense. The score, though, is 6 goals to Ancora Lamar, 3.5 for Ghantoot, as the players leave the field to change ponies before we start the 4th and final chukker number 4. So in the meantime, we'll go to a few messages and adverts from Polo Line.
Here's the goal of the match. Could be goal of the season. Look at this. I love that. Beautifully judged by Riglos. A lovely touch. Here's the goal of the match. Could be goal of the season. Look at this. I love that. Beautifully judged by Riglos. A lovely touch there to get that one through the posts. So good. We've shown it twice. Here's Tommy coming through at pace, goes near side, ball comes up short of that back line nicely for him, and he gets the flick and gets it across the line. And this could well be a goal from the MVP. What a game Khaled Al Omran had. Riglos.
We come back from the halftime break with
So welcome back here now to our Polo Line viewers,
and
and down there in the Ancora camp as the players are now back out on the field. They've gone to the third man, they've gone for the replays to see if Santos had the right to come in on that play or not. And the umpires will give us a decision in a moment by which way they send that penalty. And we have Tommy Uriarte just joining his team there on the field. And so we have a penalty two, a spot penalty in favour of Ghantoot. Just trotting up to that one is Llorente, bobbles that ball away through, the flags are off, so it's goal number 4 on the board there. For Ghantoot, making their score 4.5. For Ghantoot it is, and 6 goals for Lamar. So 2 teams in front of us here now, looking to line up. Ball back into play. They count it down. There's only a certain amount of time. Onto that one there is Uriarte. He gets away there from Llorente. He's trying to get back over to once more. Llorente's trying to hunt him down onto this play here, and then we get a whistle on that play. Maybe there was a pony struck as he was trying to go in for the hook with the mallet. Missed the hook and possibly came in. Let's see on our replay. And so it looks like they're moving this one up forward here for a penalty in favour of Ancora Lamar. But it's not from the 30 where Ghantoot were just a moment ago. It's a penalty for a 60-yard penalty being teed up there by Riglos. So Jose Riglos with the 60-yard penalty, the penalty 4. Comes up to it nicely, strikes it well. Where's the accuracy? And through the goals it is, over the top. Thank you very much indeed. There does Riglos 4. Ancora Lamar making it 7 goals it is now for Ancora Lamar. 4.5 for Ghantoot. So for our Polo Line viewers, we get a lovely replay of that one. So back to the middle of the field it is once more. Changing ends. The Prof lines the 2 teams up. Bowls that ball into play. Gets stuck in the middle, trying to pick that one up. There is Tommy. Tommy gets away there from Harechi. Gets a little bit of a break on it here now. Goes over onto his near side. Uriarte back to his stick side. In comes Harechi. Thwarts and pushes that ball away from it. Oh, and we just play the near side play coming in there by Llorente, and the pony slips at that end and comes down. And he's still down as well, so the ambulance is going to get called again. It's certainly been an eventful afternoon. Pablo Llorente on the floor. The whistle has gone. So the clock has stopped, the main clock on 6:11. So we're just going to check the replay on that one to make sure there was no foul play, or if it was just unfortunate that his pony slipped as he goes to the near side backhand. So we'll just have a slight pause here, ladies and gentlemen. Or I can remind you again, go and buy your tickets for the raffle. And of course, we'd like to thank our sponsors, as he's been once again, of course, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Abu Dhabi Sports Council, the Abu Dhabi National Hotels Elite Car Group, Soest, Alawani Kazakh Group, SKM and Train. So they've gone a third man just to double check this. to see if there was any interference from the player, or if it was just a slip. But great to see that he's back up on his feet. Kako Raja there, looking concerned, of course. So the two players were turning onto that line as Pablo mounts up again. It could just be a clear accident, but just being reviewed once again. And again we get another view. For our third man, as the two teams just compose themselves, the umpires just hearing for the definition finally from their third man, who has the privilege of the replays, and Pablo just counting around to make sure he's all okay and fine. It looks like we're going to have a roll in from the inside out, just an accident, a Polo accident. He's trying to turn him. We've got a dog on the field. But it's out of the back of the line out. Getting onto it is Pablo. Trying to get onto it, though, is Santos Iriarte, and Pablo just controls his play here now. Takes it forward, does Pablo. Sorrente comes down in front of the grandstand here now. Quickly onto it there is going to be Khalid Omran. Khalid Omran keeps it clean, keeps it straight, pushes that one away. Almiri just has to clear out of the way as he comes across in the front. But picking it out here now is Riglos. Riglos gets away with it there. And Riglos goes goalward bound here now, and we get a whistle on the play. Might review this if there was one or two fouls, if they were looking for a bit of advantage or not. So let's see what we can see on our replay. Oh, it's just he's already gone away and passed, and he was gone. Riglos, like the proverbial upper drain pipe, he was gone as quick as a flash. I'm sure that Ancora was thinking that Ali Almiri came around in front, but we end up with the ball being dropped down here now for a penalty too. Maybe it was a technical. Too much chirping at the umpires, trying to tell them how to do their job. And so we have a penalty too, an undefended penalty here now in favour of Ancora Estancia-Lamar. So Riglos comes up for the undefended penalty, puts it away, the flags aloft, goal number 8 on the board, and the whistle goes again. So clearly we do have a bit of a technical going on there too. So a little bit too much chirping to the umpires. And the ball, as you see on the replay, is Riglos putting that one away, and the ball's going to be dropped down here now. For a midfield penalty, no rolling, in favour of Ancora Estancia-Lamar. A lovely view there of the full moon. As the ball's teed up there by Tommy Iriarte to bring this forward. So 8 goals to 4.5, and Tommy Iriarte to bring it in from the halfway line. Iriarte sends that one up forward. Polo just balked on him slightly, looking to get up onto it. There is going to be Riglos. Riglos, he'll have one more tap at this one, and there it is. He slipped his men, and through it is. There's nothing at all he could have done with it, and through the goals it is for goal number 9 on the board there for Ancora Estancia-Lamar. 9 goals to Estancia-Lamar, and 4.5 for Ghantoot. Riglos, he's quick, he's sharp, and just gets onto it very quickly indeed. And so, two teams lining up here once again on the prof, looking to get this ball back into play. Back into play, it skews off the frontal line out. The backhand comes in by Ali Almiri. By Khalid Omran. Ali Almiri, though, picks it up. He sends it forward, but he's across the line. Trying to pick it up is Iriarte. And so we get a whistle on that play. So the replay there for our Polo Line viewers. And so we have a spot penalty here where the infraction occurred, where the foul occurred. Being teed up there by Llorente. In fact, it looks like Riglos is just dismounted. He's just not happy and comfortable with his pony. The welfare of the ponies is of the most importance. It's been a slightly protracted chukker so far. And so the umpires are just giving them the opportunity to make a free change as Riglos comes to the side. If his pony's just been trodden on or is just feeling a little bit unsound, had a bit of a knock. If the umpires don't see it, the player can call the attention of the umpires to ask to have that pony removed from the field, where it will be checked out by a veterinary surgeon to make sure everything is all okay. And so up comes the pony here now for Riglos. Although he's done the walking, he's had the shorter trip to the side of the field. A couple of young supporters there. As Riglos quickly mounts up. And probably just having another chat with the groom there. Maybe wanting to change another horse maybe. Just tell him to have one ready. It's like a pit crew in the Formula One. The grooms. Multiple ponies have to be ready at any one time and warmed up and ready to go. And so back out of the field here now. The umpire's just giving a little bit of chivvy along. And 4:52 on the clock. 9 to 4.5 is the score in favour of Ancora. Estancia Lamar. Santos Iriarte ambles back to the middle. But it will be a spot penalty in favour of Ghantoot, to be taken by Pablo Llorente. So just waiting for play to be called. And then we'll get this chukker back underway once again. I know, just waiting here now for Khalil Omran. So Pablo Llorente for Ghantoot to bring this ball into play. Pablo. First time play, gives that ball a ride. He's looking for that one to go all the way up the front, but the first back onto it here now will be Khalil Omran. Khalil Omran opens up, it's Iriarte, plays a lovely little backhand out towards the side. Santos looking to pick this up on the near side or flick it away there from Uturi. It comes off the pony, goes in towards the balls, and Uturi manages to pick this up and turns faces back in towards the goal, but he's over the top of that one, looking for it, hunting for the ball, can't find it. Iriarte gets a bit of it as Pablo comes in as well, but Uturi comes away with the play. On the near side, Riglos looks for it, but it looks like it's Haureche gets it, goes with the next shot. It's just about enough to get up there to Uturi, who's met there by Santos Iriarte on his near side, and out over the back line it goes, so we'll have another corner. But this time it's from the non-scoreboard end in favour of Ghantoot. There's a good shot there of Jose Riglos as the ball now being teed up on the 60-yard line from about where it went out by Llorente. So Pablo Llorente here for the 60-yard penalty. He's probably about 80 yards out as it is wide. Comes in, strikes it well, it's goalward bound, and through the goals it is. The flagman believes. However, just wait, is that the case? Yes, it is. There's a little question mark on it from some of the players. But let's see on our replay here now. And so, yes, the goal is good. The back to the middle of the field it is, and 5.5 goals it is here now to Ghantoot. 9 goals to Ancora Stansilamar, and 3:40 on the clock it is. And the ball back into play. Sends that one up forward here now. Back in attack here. Ghantoot, but it's working hard on that one there. Riglos flicks that one away there from Almiri. Avoids the hook, goes near side. Still working hard as Almiri gets onto his near side once again. Can't get the stick side. Almiri places a little backhand, but it's going to be Iriarty to pick it up here once again. Iriarty up on the play. Stopped in his tracks though by Ciro, but it's now going to be Harichi to pick it up, but he's stopped and the ball picked up on the near side by Santos. He sends it back into the traffic, but the one to pick it up is his own teammate Riglos. Riglos being pursued there by Ciro Turi. Can't come in onto that play. Riglos puts that one straight down the boards. Up there looking for Santos. Santos looking to come onto it here now at pace. Santos Iriarty going goalward bound. Ali Almiri's trying to get to him, but it's Santos Iriarty going forward up towards the goal here with a great view from Polo line, and in towards the goal it goes. He doesn't even need one more touch. He just lets that one go through the goals for double figures here now it is for Ancora Estancialamar. 10 goals it is. And 5.5 for Ghantoot. So back to the middle of the field it is once more. Lovely replay shot there on Polo line for our Polo line viewers. It looks like they're going to get another change. Umpires are giving them a call up. Not sure if they gave them a free change or not. If it's not, the ball will get thrown in, but it looks like they have done. Khalid Al-Hamran, the lone man in the middle of the field for Ancora Lamar. So, for our Polo line viewers, good view there of Ciro Turi. As the players make their way back to the middle of the field. So ball back into play it is once again. Off the back of the line out, looking for that one there is a Turi. Passes the reverse next shot up for Girente looking to get challenged there by Santos Iriarty. He's going to have to yield off it. It gives an opportunity here now for Girente to ping that ball up further forward, and he's looking up there this time for a Turi, but it's taken away by Tommy Iriarty, taking it deeper down his own territory in pursuit again. It's going to be a Turi. He goes under the neck out there for Santos Iriarty, that is. Sends his ball down the side here. In comes Hareche, looks to try and pick the play up, but it's now picked up by Ciro Turi. Turi turns it back in, looking for the turning play and trying to pinch that ball there was Iriarty, and we get a whistle on the play. Well, Turi reckons he was already changed and round the corner, but let's have a look at our replay for our Polo line viewers. Oh, never needs a bit of chit-chat I can hear on the field. It's being blown, but no, we've also got Iriarty as he comes in for the steal. He actually catches the horse with his mallet. So let's see what the umpires will unpick out of this one here now. It might have gone one way, then going the other way. Because if it was a Turi being picked up by Iriarty, they might have given the foul that way, but they might also give it for the fact that Iriarty, when trying to steal it, struck the horse with his mallet. Accidental, of course. So, the umpires just having a quick chat with the third man once again, and also Captain Pablo. It looks like they're progressing up there, up towards, and oh, hello, we've got the umpire going for his cards. It looks like we've got a yellow card being presented to Tommy Iriarty. He's reckoning, of course. He goes, fair enough, sorry. It was not intentional, but yes, I did catch the pony with my mallet as I was trying to steal the ball. So we will have a short penalty here now in favour of Ghantoot, looking for goal number 6. 1:46 left on the clock. It is 10. It is to Ancora Lamar. We have a penalty too, a 30-yard undefended penalty. And Pablo Llorente to bring it back into play. Pablo will canter around onto this one. Just brings the pony back down to the walk. A little bit of a jog, drops the mallet down and puts that one away through the goal. Flags aloft, putting the 6th goal on the board there for Ghantoot, making their score. 6.5 goals it is Ghantoot, but Ancora Lamar are on 10. So the players will come back to the middle of the field. And for our Polo Live viewers, we get a really nice replay from the drone. Puts that one slightly to the right with the moon in the background. And so back to the middle of the field it is once more. It'll be counted down. They'll have limited time to get back, and then the ball's into play. As you see, already into play, even though some of the players weren't even there, and it's going to be Oturi to bring this ball forward here once again. It is Oturi looking for another goal here for Ghantoot, and he tries to send this ball forward, but it looks like that one, unfortunately, has just gone wide. And out over the back line it is, so off the back line, the ball will be brought in by Iriarty for Ancora Estancia Lamar. And it's going to be Khalid Omran, brings it into play here now. Goes with a good driving shot, looks to send this one up here. Goes in onto his near side, picked up by Halrechi. Halrechi turns, faces back towards the goal. He gives that ball a ride, but it's going out wide to the right-hand side again. It falls a little bit short, but it'll be shadowed out over the back line there by Iriarty. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The hooter has gone, and that there will end the match. And that is the final of the Emirates International Polo Championship, being won by Ancora Estancia Lamar. 10 goals to Ghantoot 6.5. The other two teams will congratulate and thank each other, and then they will make their way to dismount, get changed, and come back down again for our prize presentation in a few moments' time. Okay. There you go. So there you have it, chukker by chukker. Then a chukker number 1, it was 1.5 goals to Ghantoot. The half goal, of course, on handicap. Ancora 3. 3.5 to 5. So therefore, in that chukker, both teams scoring 2 goals. Nothing scored by Ghantoot in chukker number 3, but only the one by Ancora. But in chukker number 4, 3 by Ghantoot, but 4 from Ancora, giving the final score of 10 goals it is to Ancora. 6.5 for Ghantoot. So you just see there nicely the players just leaving this magnificent floodlit field here at Ghantoot. I had Lauren in front and the two Iriarties behind it looks like. And they have good congratulations there from Jose Riglos. And so, big congratulations all round. And there's Juju Colombres. It's going to be part of this organisation of Ancora Estancia Lamar on this beautiful evening here in Ghantoot as the sun has set and the lights are lit. So a very happy Ancora Lamar team. Yes, they are guests here, as it were to say. And there's Khalid Omran from Saudi. My good friend, his head groom, Matrap. Father and son. Handsome devils, some might say. And there is Ryan Jaji from Estancia Lamar, congratulating the team. And so now we'll just go to a few stats. There's Riglos, and we just pan out from Ancora. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The final score, 6.5 goals is to Ghantoot Polo, 10 for Ancora Stanley Lamar. Field goals, none for Ghantoot. That's interesting. It is, and 4 for Ancora Lamar. Throw-ins, and Ghantoot winning most of those, 11-5. Fouls, pretty even. Stevens actually 9-10. Penalties, opportunities of penalties there for Ghantoot. From closer up is 5 were scored out of 7 attempts. 7 attempts also there by Ancora Lamar, but they got 6 from the 7 rather than 5. Corners, 1 from 1 for Ghantoot, and unfortunately Ancora didn't manage to do so. But we did get a yellow card out there this afternoon for Tommy Iriarty for that accidental strike with his mallet on the pony's legs, as he was trying to challenge for the ball coming forward on the turning player. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very happy Ancora camp, and rightly so too. And Tommy's daughter there. And they'll start to make their way over here now for the prize presentation in a moment. They'll have all 4 teams up for that. As the players take their spurs off, sort themselves out, leave their boots on and come over for the presentation. So whilst the 2 teams are just preparing themselves and cleaning up and tidying up, we'll just in a moment go to a few of the best goals. I was a bit surprised with Ghantoot getting all their goals from penalties. And let's go with some of the best goals, which will be a plethora of Ancora. Oh, Iriarty there at the end, Santos. Lovely goal there by him. And this one here, Papa sending that one up forward. Quickly onto it though, you see Riglos, he goes one way, comes away. He took 2 players with him, but still got away from them and put that ball through the goals nicely there. And on here once again, Tommy passed it up to Riglos, Riglos up to Iriarty. Iriarty chipped that one up over the top, and not even Pablo with his eagle eye could flick that one out of the way and defend it. And here we have Riglos going forward, up towards the goal, escaped the man, comes through, says thank you very much indeed. And so, ladies and gentlemen, as we're in the camp there, we'll shortly encourage them to come over. And so, ladies and gentlemen, for myself, Adam Snowden, and Polo Line, thank you very much indeed for watching. We will go to the prize presentation in a minute, but please tune in on Tuesday for the Gold Cup.